Congratulate the whole team, cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. Tell them line it up, like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones had it done since the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones had it done since the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's brought down at the 34, calling a gain of 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 96 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
They'll run with Patterson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And the Bills hit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. First and 10, it's Patterson. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On on second down to run with Patterson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, and Diggs has it. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Throwing again on second down. Allen to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Allen going to throw. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Patterson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing, Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run once more with Stevenson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it,
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And some space here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Back to Stevenson on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Jones. Open man is Myers. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Yeah, their defensive side did that. But he's already taking them back downfield. I love this field generator they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now we got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it.
And this is called. Touchdown, Patriots. Jakobi Myers. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. To throw again on second down. Jones, open man right side, Myers. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on third down, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Parker. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Allen from the gun on third down. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 11. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. To the air, Allen. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. New England's offense set to go. Well, Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That's caught by Myers. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle. Patterson on the draw. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. This time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen going right back to Knox, and again a completion. Patterson on the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lead the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Allen. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw it down. A little bit of surprise if they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And this throw will be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Reggie Gilliam, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The end result, 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Stevenson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On the handoff, Stevenson. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Holding offense. This is unbelievable.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Got Stevenson again, back-to-back plays. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now out come the Bills. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Allen now looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Allen to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, what do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
Oh, definitely a little bit of disappointment there, because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have gotten one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that should set them up well for the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That part, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. Checking this down to Stevenson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Now Patterson to start the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, Patterson. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Patterson. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. On play action, Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen. And Diggs has it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Patterson running between the tackles. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. On play action, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Allen. Pass incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Patterson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Sean McKeon from 4 yards out. And the Bills go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Oh, able to avoid him. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Patriots. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Final minute now in the 3rd quarter.
8 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. On 3rd down, here's... No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Bass on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson.
Jones pass complete to Ramondre Stevenson. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
New England on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And caught by Henry.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll look to throw again.
Throwing the out route, he's got Parker. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
So here are the Bills to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He completes it to the tight end, Knox.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 31. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
New England's offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming day.
And now here is another interception.
And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Patterson again.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A handoff for Patterson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Here's a give to Patterson. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. This one caught by Davis.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. For so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
They'll run. It's Patterson.
Matt Judon there to bring him down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Patriots 21-yard line.
Here's Patterson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Buffalo, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it.